Well, it has happened again, and there's where it is, a massive copper heist beneath the streets of Greater Victoria. This time, BC Hydro Crews have discovered $10,000 in copper missing from beneath McKenzie Avenue in Saanich. It is the third such dangerous theft in the past week. Repair costs have now reached 6 figures, and crews are searching manholes beneath them, that is, all over the region to see what else might be missing. CTV's Andrew Jantzen got an up-close look at the criminals' risky handiwork today. Joins us live to show us how low they're willing to go. Andrew.
Well, Hudson, there isn't much room to move around at all inside what BC Hydro Crews call a cable chamber, yet thieves have managed to steal close to 1.5 kilometers of very heavy copper wire, and they're not even bothering to hide the evidence.
Ladder. Somebody's been in this hole other than us.
BC Hydro Crews know something's up when they find an aluminum ladder beneath a manhole cover. It's not one of theirs. A couple 100 meters away, another one. They were likely left behind by thieves who lowered themselves into cable chambers to snip copper ground wire.
We suspect that there was more than one person involved in this theft, and it obviously involved some kind of equipment, whether it be a truck or a come-along or some kind of winch device, something like that.
That's because the $10,000 of copper wire missing beneath McKenzie Avenue weighs about 1,300 kilograms or 3,000 pounds. It would also take quite a while to pull it out of the ground on a very busy street. Pretty risky, but maybe not if you look like you work for BC Hydro.
These thieves may be trying to disguise themselves as Hydro employees.
The latest theft in Saanich was discovered a day after a smaller job in Esquimalt, and a week after 1 kilometer of copper wire went missing on the west shore. BC Hydro says the cost to fix the damage done by thieves will be more than $100,000.
Hydro crews say the trouble with getting to the bottom of these heists is no one can tell for sure when the wire was cut or when it was pulled out of the ground. It could be this week, it could be last week, it could be last year.
When the copper is removed from the system, there is no indication to BC Hydro that the system has been compromised with the removal of the copper grounds.
So it's probably 6 feet of water in there.
Thieves couldn't pull any wire out of this manhole. The water is too deep, but they left their ladder, and in the hole nearby, a pair of socks they likely used as gloves and a light. While crews search for any more missing wire, police and BC Hydro are looking for your help.
If you see what you think might be a BC Hydro crew working at really odd hours, probably through the dead of night, and it isn't in relation to an obvious power outage.
If the BC Hydro crew is legit, you'll see a setup such as this: fiberglass ladder, barricade, gas detectors, and a blower. If you have any doubt at all, call the police. Hudson, Saanich Police say whoever's doing this must know what they're doing in terms of cutting the correct wire and not hurting themselves or anybody else. Now, this next scenario hasn't happened yet, but BC Hydro officials warn in a case like this where ground wires are being cut, voltage could move down the line and affect customers' equipment, people in their homes, which BC Hydro calls a dangerous situation. It is possible.
All right, Andrew Jantzen, back above ground. Andrew, thanks.
You're welcome.